Your legs are aging faster than you think. Most people lose leg muscle before they notice. Weakness, imbalance, and fatigue creep in fast, but the fix could already be in your kitchen. These 6 foods can help you stay strong, steady, and sharp. Let me ask you something real quick. When was the last time you really thought about your legs? Not in passing, not when you stubbed your toe or felt a cramp coming on, but actually paused and reflected on what they do for you every single day. They're your silent powerhouses, carrying you through grocery aisles, up the stairs, across the dance floor. Yes, even if it's just in the kitchen. But here's the kicker. Your legs are also the first to show signs of aging. Weakness, poor balance, slower reaction times. They sneak up on you like a thief in the night. Now here's the good news. You can fight back. And it starts with something as simple, as humble, as beautifully underestimated as an egg. Yes, eggs. That everyday breakfast staple you've probably got sitting in your fridge right now. They might just be your secret weapon in preserving the strength and vitality of your legs as you age. Think I'm exaggerating? Stick with me. Eggs are loaded with complete proteins, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle. And since your muscles start to shrink, a condition called sarcopenia, around your 30s or 40s, especially in your lower body, protein becomes your best friend. According to the National Institutes of Health, maintaining muscle mass isn't just about working out. What you eat matters just as much. You could be squatting till the cows come home, but without the right fuel, you're just spinning your wheels. But there's more. Eggs also bring vitamin D to the table, a critical player in calcium absorption and bone strength. You've heard of falls being a danger for seniors, right? Often it's not just the fall, it's the bone that breaks. And that's where vitamin D steps in to keep those bones firm and fracture resistant. Still with me? Good, because now we get to the real gem in eggs, choline. Most people barely know what it is, yet it's absolutely vital. Choline helps your muscles communicate with your nervous system. Think of it as the Wi-Fi signal between your brain and your legs. Without it, even everyday movements can feel clumsy or strained. And guess what? Eggs are one of the richest natural sources of choline you can get. Skip the supplements. Your body loves it in whole food form. Let's bust a myth while we're here. Eggs do not raise your bad cholesterol if eaten in moderation. That old myth has been laid to rest by modern science. Harvard researchers have pointed out that for most people, eating eggs doesn't increase the risk of heart disease. In fact, the opposite might be true when eggs are part of a balanced, nutrient-rich diet. Now imagine this. A 68-year-old woman, let's call her Marla, had always avoided eggs due to cholesterol fears. After a visit to a nutritionist, she started eating 2 eggs a day with some spinach and whole grain toast. 3 months in, not only did her blood work come back solid, but her energy had skyrocketed. She wasn't reaching for the stair railing anymore. Coincidence? Not likely. You can start simple. Scrambled eggs with sautéed veggies, hard-boiled as a snack, even a poached egg over quinoa and avocado. Spoiler, we're going to talk about avocados very soon. The options are endless, and your legs? They'll thank you every step of the way. Here's something to chew on. If something so small can have such a big impact on your muscle strength, coordination, and balance, what else might you be overlooking in your kitchen that could do the same? Or even more? You ever slice open an avocado and feel like you've struck green gold? Well, you're not far off, because what's inside that soft, buttery fruit might just be one of the best-kept secrets to keeping your legs strong, coordinated, and under control as the years roll on. No, I'm not just talking about trendy toast or guac at your favorite taco spot. I'm talking about a powerhouse of nutrients specifically designed by nature to fight back against one of aging's stealthiest threats, muscle loss. See, muscle control isn't just about brute strength. It's about finesse, precision, balance. Think about catching your balance when you trip over a rug, or lifting a grocery bag without wobbling. That's your neuromuscular system at work, the delicate dance between your brain, your nerves, and your muscles. And as we age, that dance starts to stumble. Here's where the avocado steps in like a silent guardian. First off, let's talk potassium. You know how bananas get all the love? Well, avocados blow bananas out of the water, nearly double the potassium per gram. And that's important because potassium is like the electrolyte MVP for muscle contraction and nerve communication. When levels dip too low, which by the way happens more often than you'd think in folks over 50, your legs might cramp, twitch, or just feel plain weak. But the real magic? Monounsaturated fats. Avocados are packed with these heart-healthy fats, which don't just lower bad cholesterol. They nourish your muscles and reduce inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the hidden drivers of age-related muscle breakdown, quietly chewing away at strength and mobility. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that diets rich in monounsaturated fats are linked to better muscle function and slower decline. Translation: eating more avocados could help you stay mobile longer. Let me tell you about Richard, an active 72-year-old grandfather who loved gardening but started feeling unsteady on his feet. His daughter, a nutrition coach, added just half an avocado to his lunch each day. 3 months later, his leg strength improved, and so did his confidence. Now he's back to digging and planting like it's spring of '92. Simple shift, major results. And then there's vitamin E, an unsung hero in the anti-aging world. This antioxidant helps protect your muscle cells from oxidative damage, that silent stress that accelerates wear and tear. Combined with choline, yep, avocados have that too, you get a boost in muscle control and nerve signaling. It's like upgrading your body's internal wiring so the lights stay bright and sharp. Let's break a common myth. Fats make you fat. Nope, it's not the type of food, it's the quality. Healthy fats like the ones in avocados actually help your metabolism and keep you full longer. That means fewer blood sugar crashes, fewer energy dips, and steadier stamina. Want a quick win? Try mashed avocado with lemon and olive oil as a side to your eggs in the morning. Remember those muscle-boosting eggs? That combo is a leg-loving breakfast of champions. And here's the kicker. Avocados are also fiber-rich, supporting gut health. Why does that matter? Because a happy gut means better nutrient absorption, including calcium, magnesium, and other minerals your leg muscles rely on daily. You might be thinking, can a single fruit really do all that? And I get it, it sounds too good to be true. But that's the beauty of nature's design. Sometimes the best solutions aren't found in a bottle. They're sitting right in your produce drawer. So if you want more stability when you walk, better control when you climb stairs, and less fear of falls, maybe it's time to start seeing avocados as more than a trendy food. They're a strategic ally for your mobility. Now, if that creamy green gem can do this much, what happens when you pair it with something that shields your muscles from the inside out? Let's have a little moment of truth, shall we? How often do you think about your muscles when you're reaching for a snack? Probably not often. Maybe you grab a handful of chips, maybe a cookie, maybe nothing at all because you're too busy. But here's something most people don't realize. Every snack is either silently contributing to your strength or slowly taking it away. Now imagine this. Something as sweet, juicy, and innocent as a berry, actually acting like a microscopic bodyguard for your muscles. Yes, really, berries aren't just pretty, they're protective. You see, as you age, your body starts accumulating something called oxidative stress. It's like rust on a car, gradual, sneaky, and destructive. And your muscles? They're particularly vulnerable. The damage from oxidative stress can stiffen your joints, shrink your muscle fibers, and make recovery from even minor activity feel like a marathon. That's where berries swoop in like tiny superheroes. Why? One word: antioxidants. Berries, especially blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries, are loaded with them. These antioxidants hunt down and neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that accelerate aging. A study from the Journal of Gerontology showed that older adults who consumed higher amounts of flavonoids, found richly in berries, had better muscle strength and less physical decline than those who didn't. That's not a wellness trend. That's science talking. And get this, berries help boost collagen production. You might think of collagen as a skin thing, but it's also what keeps your joints, tendons, and connective tissue elastic and resilient. Want to prevent that stiff-legged shuffle so many people get in their 60s and beyond? Feed your collagen factory. A daily dose of berries is a good start. Let me give you a quick example. Helen, a 64-year-old nurse on her feet all day, struggled with knee pain and morning stiffness. Her doctor wanted to put her on pain meds. Instead, Helen tried a natural route, a smoothie every morning with frozen blueberries, spinach, Greek yogurt, and a scoop of flaxseed. 3 weeks in, her knees felt looser. 2 months in, she was back to walking 3 miles a day without limping. She didn't change much else, just added berries and cut back on processed sugar. That's the quiet power of anti-inflammatory foods at work. Speaking of inflammation, berries are also rich in polyphenols, which reduce the kind of low-grade, chronic inflammation that eats away at your muscle quality. You may not feel inflammation happening, but you will feel the consequences: soreness, weakness, slower recovery, and less flexibility. Polyphenols work under the radar, but the benefits? They're crystal clear when your legs stop feeling like lead after a walk around the block. And don't even get me started on blood sugar control. Too many sugar spikes and crashes can mess with energy levels, mood, and your body's ability to repair muscle. Berries, thanks to their fiber and low glycemic load, help keep things steady. No crashes, no fogginess, just smooth sailing. Want a quick tip? Freeze them. Frozen berries have nearly the same nutrient content as fresh, and they make it ridiculously easy to toss a handful into your oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothie. Or keep dried, unsweetened berries on hand for an on-the-go snack that won't sabotage your anti-aging efforts. Here's the truth most folks miss. Staying mobile and independent in your later years isn't just about hitting the gym. It's also about what's happening on a microscopic level inside your muscles every day. And if you could slow down that damage with a handful of berries, wouldn't you? Now, if berries can protect your muscles from the inside, what kind of food can rebuild those muscles when they're already tired and breaking down? Ever notice your legs feeling heavier, less steady, or just not as responsive as they used to be? That creeping weakness isn't just part of getting older, it's muscle loss in motion. And what most people don't realize is how much your food can either accelerate that decline or completely turn it around. Salmon may not seem like much more than dinner, but it's one of the most potent muscle-supporting foods you can eat, especially when it comes to leg strength. It packs a rich source of protein your body actually uses, not just digests. That's critical, because the older you get, the harder it becomes to build and maintain muscle, even if you're active. A serving of salmon helps your muscles repair after strain and keeps them from slowly wasting away, which is exactly what's happening to most people without them even knowing. Then there's the omega-3s. These healthy fats aren't just good for your heart. They're inflammation fighters that directly reduce the soreness, stiffness, and swelling that make movement harder with age. They help keep the small vessels in your legs open and flowing, delivering nutrients and oxygen where they're needed most. Less inflammation, better circulation, more muscle repair. What a lot of people overlook is the B12 in salmon, a vitamin essential for nerve health. When your nerves start misfiring, even slightly, your legs don't respond the way they should. That's when coordination issues, missteps, and falls start creeping in. Adding salmon to your meals just a couple times a week can help restore that communication between your brain and body. Dennis, 66, couldn't stand up from the couch without bracing himself. After eating salmon twice a week, his leg strength noticeably improved. No pills, no program, just strategic eating. You can do the same with grilled fillets, salmon patties, or adding it to your salad. If fish isn't your thing, consider a clean omega-3 supplement. But don't ignore this, because the muscle you save today might keep you from the walker tomorrow. And while salmon helps rebuild and protect, what if the secret to all-day energy and sustained strength was already in your breakfast bowl? When your legs start feeling tired halfway through the day, even without intense activity, it's easy to brush it off. But that sluggishness might be a sign your muscles aren't getting what they need to stay energized, strong, and ready. That's where oats come in. Simple, overlooked, and surprisingly powerful. At their core, oats are slow-burning fuel. Unlike sugary cereals or white bread that spike your blood sugar then crash your energy, oats release glucose steadily. This matters more than most people realize, especially as you age. Your leg muscles, constantly working to support your body and balance, rely on a consistent stream of energy. Without it, you get fatigue, instability, even cramps. But energy isn't the only reason oats earn their place on your plate. They offer plant-based protein and key minerals like iron and magnesium. Iron helps deliver oxygen to your muscles, which is essential if you want to keep walking briskly without running out of steam. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax properly. Without it, you're more prone to twitching, stiffness, and painful cramps, especially at night. Here's something a lot of people don't know. Oats also support muscle recovery. After physical exertion, whether it's gardening or a gym session, your muscles need nutrients to repair and strengthen. Pairing oats with milk or a scoop of yogurt gives you a powerful combo of carbs and protein, perfect for rebuilding leg muscles and keeping them resilient. And let's not forget fiber. The soluble fiber in oats improves gut health, which helps your body actually absorb the nutrients you're eating. Because what's the point of eating well if the nutrients aren't making it where they need to go? Paul, 70, used to skip breakfast entirely, then wonder why his legs felt weak and unsteady by lunchtime. Now he starts his day with oatmeal, chia seeds, and blueberries. Within weeks, he noticed his endurance climbing stairs improve and post-walk soreness decrease. Small change, big impact. So if you're looking for strength that doesn't fizzle out by noon, it might be time to rethink your morning routine. Because oats don't just fill you up, they build you up. But even with energy on your side, what if there was a way to stop your muscles from breaking down in the first place? When your legs tire too easily, or feel sore for days, your muscles might be running on empty. Sweet potatoes offer the kind of fuel that keeps them going strong. Their complex carbs release energy gradually. No spikes, no crashes, just steady stamina your legs can count on. The potassium helps prevent cramps, while vitamin A supports tissue repair, where inflammation quietly chips away at strength. Plus, their fiber feeds a healthier gut, which means better nutrient absorption overall. Elena, 67, began eating roasted sweet potatoes a few times a week. Within weeks, her post-walk soreness faded. It wasn't magic. It was smart fuel. A little olive oil, a dash of turmeric, and suddenly, recovery didn't feel impossible. When your muscles stop breaking down, everything else gets easier. Your legs lose strength fast, but the fix is already on your plate. Which food surprised you most? Drop it in the comments. Tap the video to learn more and subscribe so you don't miss the tools to stay strong, steady, and sharp, starting today.